जयपुर वाया कोटा।
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत.
ಲಕ್ನೋ ಜಂಕ್ಷನ್
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೆ
হায়দ্রাবাদ 50 এক্সপ্রেস পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন कृपया ध्यान दियो.
Well, it's election season, and that one party that everyone is voting for is called Runs, because KKR have put on yet another 200 plus score. They've made 222 in their 20 overs. Shreyas Iyer 50 of 36. Phil Saul gave them that fiery start with 48. And Russell 27, and big cameo by Ramandeep, which propelled them to 222. We're back at Cricbuzz Live, and we've got a very happy Joyda for two reasons. One, for what KKR has done, and second, because he is the prediction winner along with him, Simon. Well done, Joyda. Well done.
Thank you.
Problem was never you. We have a winner downstairs as well, and Mr. Gaurav Kapoor has won downstairs, but we've got three more chances. We've got three more chances, Simon.
It's a long day. It's a long road. It's a long road, Sammy. It's a long road. Just aram se.
Like Virat.
I like it. Aram se. It'll be okay.
But Joyda 222, this pitch looked like it was holding up. So KKR will be very happy with the runs they've piled up.
Absolutely. My point is very simple. If somebody of the quality of Andre Russell is unable to time the ball, he's 27 of 20 balls and hasn't hit a single six, it tells you that he's clearly not trusting the surface. He's not able to go through with his shots. He's not trusting the surface. And this is not an easy surface to bat on. And this is an interesting one, because RCB bowlers, each of the bowlers got the length right at some point in time in their attack, and then got it wrong again in one over and gave it all away. And that's what KKR did. They just waited for the mistakes, and when the mistakes were made, they punished them.
Correct. We'll have a look at the innings progression, because exactly like you said, the middle overs went for just 8 and 8.40. But Simon, after that, the last 5 overs went for 73, which is that one wicket that fell.
Yeah, and they'd lost wickets as well. I mean, 3, 4, 5 wickets before the 15th over. So they had to be a little more conservative, and I think we talked about it in the comm box, just a little conservative from that 11 over mark onwards, just to make sure they weren't 6 and 7 down going into the last 4, 5. They did that really well, I thought. Shreyas played a fine innings, and even his strike rate 138, but he struggled to get the timing right in different areas of the game as well. So it just shows me that it's not an easy surface. I think that's a way over par score at the moment. Look, if Bengaluru chase it down, it's been a great chase, but at the moment, to me, it looks like it's an over par score, especially with the ability to bowl 12 overs of spin. If they bring Suyash in, they can actually use Chakravarti, Narine and Suyash Sharma and get maybe 12 overs of spin out of the game. So it's I think it's a very good score after where they were with, when Raghuvanshi went, when Venkatesh Iyer went. They probably just fell away a little bit through the middle, but a great finish. So, yeah, very competitive, I think.
Joyda, we'll have a look at the batting card, because we are talking about how most batters found it tough to time the ball. Phil Saul clearly was playing on some different pitch, because 48 in 14 balls.
He was absolutely amazing, and I think the way he batted at the top, because again Sunil Narine had a uncharacteristically difficult. I think Yash Dayal bowled at bouncer, Yorker got him on the toe, and after that didn't look the same. I thought they bowled great lengths to him. Either they're bowling it wide or bowling it straight. Yorker is into his body. He didn't find any space to free his arms and hit the ball, and that's exactly that. The guys who have given them runs before, this is a great news for a team. The guys who haven't given them runs before have given them runs this time.
Yes.
So this time, Ramandeep has come to the party. He's given them good runs. Salt has again given runs up front. And they've got contributions again, good contribution from Shreyas Iyer. So what that means is that everyone has come to the party someday or the other. And even though Rinku Singh and Andre Russell hasn't finished the way they have, Ramandeep has finished today. And that is a great news for them. So somewhere, somebody is putting their hands up every time they need to reach. And 3 of the 4 times they've played at the Eden Gardens, they've reached 200. It is fantastic. The
top and tail of that scorecard, 72 off 23 balls between Phil Salt and Ramandeep. That's key. 72 off just 23 balls when you look at the top and tail of that. So make the most of the new ball while it's sliding onto the bat. They did. They bowled superbly to Sunil and Narine. But those 2 scores make a massive difference in the context of a slowish surface. And, I always talk about those, just the cameos are 20 off 8, 9 balls, and that's exactly what Ramandeep has provided to just put the icing on the cake, I think. So, yeah, it looks very competitive for mine.
Well, the base of the cake was Shreyas Iyer's knock because it was very crucial. They lost a whole lot of wickets and he went off slowly, strike rate of 138, but that was necessary for the given condition in the game.
Well, we've talked about it. He's come out publicly and said his role is to play the anchor role, and they were in a bit of trouble and they had to rebuild. And that's a captain's knock. And he'd be disappointed he didn't finish the job and be there at the end, but the power was still to come. And he obviously trusts the likes of Russell and Ramandeep, but I think that's a really good captain's knock from him. He played really nicely.
And again, what we are seeing throughout, it's not one dominant innings. 50 is your highest score, but 150, 148, everyone around there, couple of 30s, and you've reached 225, 227. This is the modern template of the game.
Yeah.
And I think this is what, I think KKR has accepted it and done it very well, because different people at different point are contributing.
Well, Joyda, we've seen a lot of 200 plus scores. We saw Hyderabad do it yesterday. They've done it 3 times. KKR has done it 3 times as well. But they go past 200 and they've not always succeeded in defending that 200. So is that going to be an area of concern?
Under normal circumstances, yes, they haven't been too good at it. And I thought George Butler played brilliant. And Rajasthan played brilliantly. George Butler was super. But the point of it is that every time you get past that 200, you're giving yourself a really good chance. This pitch, this particular pitch, daytime game, the conditions that they are, the fact that there's no dew, that means your spinners will be fully in action. I think it is hugely advantage KKR. Somebody will need to, or more than one person might need to play out of their skin to get even close.
We'll have a look at the bowling card because, Simon, you were very happy in the com box. Just positives for Bengaluru because their pacers came to the party today. We spoke about how Yash Dayal, unfortunately, the figures don't show that. He's gone for 56. His last over was expensive, but he was bowling the correct line and length. Siraj, expensive again, but their pacers have at least gotten the wickets this time.
Yeah, I mean, Lockie Ferguson's first over went for what, 26?
28, I think.
28. So he's come back nicely. He won't be happy with the figures as they look, but he's come back really well in his second, third and fourth. I think Siraj still bowled pretty well. I mean, there's a couple of deliveries. You might look at Ramandeep and say those back-to-back sixes might have just got it wrong, but throughout 13 dots. And it's kind of a boundary ground because of that slow nature of the surface. You're not getting worked a lot for ones and twos.
Correct.
You're just sitting on the ball waiting for the boundaries. So he's bowled enough dots to be very, very good, I think, today, Siraj. Yash Dayal was nice up front, just lost his way in that one over again with wides and that 5 wides down leg side. So there was moments in the game where, as Joyce said, I think they got it right. But when they didn't get it right, KKR had the power and the wherewithal and the nous to pounce. And that's what smart batting is all about, and these types of conditions, a bit more of a sort of a block slog type surface rather than just a flow onto the bat, come in on nicely and you can just time the ball through the gaps. It's not really that type of pitch, so that the power play becomes quite crucial. And I think my point before the game about Mitchell Starc is even highlighted even more. I'm really keen to see him bowl only 1 over max inside. I think if they're going to use him at the back end, because if they get the spinners into the game, the ball will rough up a little bit, and he might be quite crucial to them at the back end if they're chasing, 11, 12, 13 and over for the last 4 or 5.
But Joyda, do you think RCB missed a trick here because they had gotten those wickets after Phil Saul's onslaught, then they got in a whole lot of wickets? Do you think they missed a trick somehow?
I think every time they sort of were getting control of the game, somebody was giving away 28 run over, 23 run over. Every time they seemed to be in control, it was being taken away from them. And I think that was what it is. It's very frustrating. Remember, all these teams at this level are very good. So what it means is that if you're going to just slip up in one place in your performance, that could be a match-changing difference. And good teams like KKR, and KKR is a very good team this year, are going to take advantage of that. And I think that is the one thing that, you're getting lots of the things that they had wrong in the previous matches they've got right today.
Yes.
I thought Yash Dayal, 3 overs he bowled beautifully. Okay, I thought Karan Sharma bowled decently. I thought Siraj was much better. But they're still leaving enough for them. At the end of the day, with all that, KK has got 227 on a slowish track. 223. That's the point.
It's a great point, Joe. Look, just going back through the last 4. Over number 16 went for 6 runs. Over number 17 went for 22. Over number 18 went for 9 runs. And the next over went for 20 runs. So they bowled a good over and then
the
just
bad
lost their way with a bad
Yeah.
one. So it's a great point about how it was just sort of finished off and the last over goes for 16. So
just the
kind of
bowling partnerships were missing
just
today.
one bad over, either every second over or now and then was kind of what cost them. But as I said, you've still got to have the batting power to take advantage of that. And Kolkata they've got that set up perfect, I think, at the moment. They do look a very strong side. Now time to do it with the ball.
But do you think maybe RCB missed a trick at the toss? Because if this was a pitch, you all both said it, they should have gone and batted first.
Yeah.
They've gone and put up those 222 runs. So maybe did they get the toss wrong?
See, as I said, anything unknown, let the other guys bat. That's the rule of, basically the rule of pitches is if it's unknown, why take a risk with my batters? Batters get one chance.
Correct.
So let the other guys take a chance. I think that's what they looked at because yes, look, they would have done a lot of research. Normally, they would have batted first. So they must have seen something that made them I think Shreyas has come out and said that the pitch was slow
Yes.
and was giving trouble. So all that has now come out. So the fact that it was not a bad decision, the question is now that they've given that chance. Had they got them at 170, 180, they would have given themselves a really good chance. Now that it's 227, they'll need to bat out of their skins.
Well,
223.
220.
Just on the stats thing as well, and Deepu, our man, sent a great stat through about RCB in day games.
Yes.
Batting first. They've won 4 out of 4 day games, batting first.
Well, RCB have won chasing 200 plus only once.
Only
So
once, yeah.
That's also
They
a
won
little
4 out, I think
contradictory.
4 out of 17 at night, batting first, and 4 out of 4 batting first in day games. So that tells me that that's their strength. Is batting first and putting runs on the board in day games. So time will tell whether that's, what they whether they've got that right or not.
We spoke about how the bowling partnerships didn't quite happen for RCB, but there were a whole lot of batting partnerships which went right for KKR. Every time someone got out, it lost a whole lot of wickets, but very important partnerships there. That 56 at the top, then the 40, 42, 43. So at the back end, we saw very crucial partnerships.
Brilliant partnerships. These are typical T20 partnerships. They're getting together, aggressive. Whoever's getting a chance is really going out, whacking the ball. They don't mind if they get the wicket out because there are more batters to play. So when you're batting with that extra batting with Ramandeep at the position that he is batting, you have that batting depth. And I think Kolkata has taken advantage of that because even when you saw, when Shreyas was going easy, Venkatesh Iyer came and hit 16. Okay, 16,
Yes.
but 16 in 8 balls.
Yeah.
Strike rate of 200. So there was always one aggressor on the pitch at all times. Towards the end, obviously, they both were aggressors, but there was always one aggressor on the pitch.
Well, Simon, I just want to have a look at the impact subs once. For RCB, Ayush Badoni is, I guess, somebody, or Anuj Rawat, I'm sorry.
Anuj Rawat,
will come
sorry,
in.
Anuj
Yes.
Rawat, yeah.
Anuj Rawat comes in for RCB. I mean, a clear swap for a bat for a bowler.
I
We'll
think it
see
makes
him in.
sense.
Yeah.
And he got runs, if you remember, in the first match, he got runs for them.
Comes in for, Karan Sharma's not the worst. Siraj?
Probably Siraj.
Siraj, I think.
Siraj, yeah.
Or Yash Dayal.
Yeah. Karan
Maybe.
Sharma can still hold a bat.
Yeah, he's actually useful, isn't he? He can swing the bat a little bit. Lockie Ferguson's more than useful right down the bottom end, so he probably comes in for Yash Dayal, I would imagine, or for Siraj. But he's the change. And then, having looked at the surface, having heard what Shreyas has said, you must think Suyash.
You'll
Yes.
be very surprised if it's
Be
somebody else.
surprised if he's not the one.
I
that
think
comes
there is
in.
also Anukul Roy in that
Yeah,
impact
maybe they
list,
want
so
that left.
It's
They
either
want that
or.
left arm spin option,
Yeah.
maybe, rather than having, because they've already got two
Yeah.
kind of guys that can take the ball in and away. Maybe Anukul Roy. I mean, you look through that Bangalore batting lineup.
He's a gun fielder.
A lot of right-handers. Duplessis, Kohli, Jacks, Green, Karthik. You've only got Lomraw. So, I mean, you've got a lot of right-handers, so maybe they might look, at Anukul Roy.
But Joyda, do we see spinners coming in right away with Virat opening? Is that a template that most people are following?
I think definitely, and it serves to unsettle him. And at this stage in his career, he doesn't like to take the risk. Anyway, if you see his record against Sunil Narine has never been great.
Yes.
So he's not going to take the chance. He's probably going to try and pat it for a single and let Duplessis take the chances. But the point is that in those first 6 overs, batting it for a single also is not that tough. That easy. Yeah.
Do you think it's Narine? He's a reluctant bowler in the power play.
Yeah.
A very reluctant bowler with a new ball and in the power play. So I would like to see it. I don't know whether it will be. I'm leaning probably they will go more Chakravarti with the new ball, or second, third, fourth over. I think I'd love to see Narine. I would prefer that option, but I don't know whether he's overly keen on that.
Yeah, true. In that season, 2012 and 14, when KKR was winning, he used to bowl the 6th over.
Yeah.
He used to come on after 5 overs, bowl that 6th over. So sort of exactly when people are going to attack in the power play, that's when he used to come on. But maybe that hasn't done that for a while, actually.
All right, it's a first ball 4. I'm giving you all that heads up. Not going to cheat. I think let the winner go first.
It's a tough one. I'm going to say 61.
61, Simon, for you.
Wow. 73.
I was going to go a little higher than you, but now I'm stuck in between.
You can still go higher.
No, not higher than 73.
You can go low if you like.
No, 60?
1.
I'm going to be a spoil sport. 61, 73, I'm going with 66. I'm going to go in and give us very little margin to play with.
You're giving yourself very little.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the disadvantage of going last.
Next time you'll go first.
Next time I'll go first, but we have to quickly go because the game started. We will be seeing you all at the 10 over point and give you all updates then. So don't forget to join us at the Cricbuzz Combox. We'll see you soon.
Jaipur via Kota.
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत.
Lucknow Junction.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವ ರೈಲು
হাইড্রোব্যাকো 50 এক্সপ্রেস পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন। कृपया ध्यान दियो